OnlyFans. Truth. I was never gonna do no OnlyFans with. That is insane. That is fucking sane. And let me talk about this. Let's talk about how I address myself. How I present myself online. And then we're gonna talk about the podcast. I present myself online a certain way. I play into my femininity in my Alexander Rogers voice. It's easy. I've been around it. Wasn't around my daddy the way I should have been. That's just what it was. I had my uncle, thank God. You know, but shit, I couldn't be around him like that. So it was what it was. So I grew up watching what my mama watched, watching what my grandmama watched. Been watching soaps since forever. As my therapist said, my pink side was open at an early age. It's your pink side. Some people fuck with it, some people don't. That's cool. And in addition to that, yes, I did have a lot of white friends growing up. I ain't gonna cap on that. I ain't gonna cap on that. I moved 14 times in my childhood. Anyway, as I say all that to say, I don't trip off y'all thinking I'm gay. That really don't bother me. And to be honest, when people were saying that me and Vaughn was fucking, do you know what most people said in the comments? We thought he was gay anyway, so we really don't care. When he want to tell us, okay, cool. But no. But no, I am going to say this. First off, if I was going to live in that lifestyle, I'd be bi. I'd be bi. Come on now. Let's stop the cap. If I was going to live in that lifestyle, that would be what I did. Number one. And number two, do you really think I'd be dealing with a motherfucking nigga? Do you really think I'd be dealing with a motherfucking nigga? I'm not, Bob, but I'm saying if I was, I would always talk to women. I would always talk to women. Men are fucking horrible. Listen, men are horrible. I'm just saying. The world needs both of us for a reason. But I don't look at men like that. That ain't my thing. But who cares if people think you are? Who cares? It's the entertainment industry. And if I wanted to be gay, I would be the next hot thing smoking. Nigga as in black? No, I would not. I would be a Don Lennon. And I would have a white man taking care of me. You think I would be working hard? I believe in selling your body. Y'all may give away your body for free. Oh, no. You get some out of it. I would not be working hard. I'd be laying by the pool. I'd be having wine at noon with the girls while our 2 Asian adopted daughters are in private school. I would live that kind of life. Hello. So I'm more offended that y'all think I would be out here with these niggas. These niggas do these women wrong, and I got gay friends, and they don't even want to fuck with these niggas. You think I'm gonna put up with that headache? Next to podcast. Podcast came from me and Vaughn being on IG and really just talking shit with people. Really just talking shit with people. Really just shooting the shit. He said we should do a podcast. Whether that was his plot or not, I don't care. I didn't take it that seriously at first. But I also have to understand that in our community, our population, subtlety is not often caught. You have to be very out and abrasive, and no motherfucker, I ain't trying to do that. But I didn't mind. I'm trying to expand content anyway. I'm trying to do... this is something different. This is actually funny to me. I have a dark sense of humor. A lot of shit y'all like, Storm, that ain't funny. I have a dark sense of humor. And I understand. I'm going to get to that point too, Sharita. So we start, and y'all see, we talked about should men take women back after cheating. Then we went to the Sex Club, episode number 2. That was my idea. We was trying to think, okay, we want to go out on the town, we want to actually like talk to people. The whole point was to talk to people in that lifestyle. Why you do this? Why you want to do this? It was actually meant to be some on the street type of shit, which is what I want to do. Now, I entertained, I did my thing with the dolls, and yes, I knew the toys. I know them because I know them. It is what it is. And it was what it was. So, did nobody talk me into doing that? That was my idea. Calling it light-skinned niggas, Tasha and her husband named it that. Me and Vaughn didn't want to call it that. Number one, I still don't think I'm light-skinned. I know I'm brown-skinned. I don't think it sounds right when a man says brown-skinned, and so I just prefer dark. But it wasn't gonna work. I got outnumbered. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. What you tell us? This might not work as a podcast, but I can see this maybe being the show. Okay, cool. Call it light-skinned niggas. Okay, cool. Cool. So, that's what that was. That wasn't meant to be no colorist shit. That wasn't meant to be none of that. As far as Queen Tulsa is concerned, I don't know her. I don't know or care about anything she said to Chelsea. It does not concern me. It does not concern me. When y'all see me in Wiley's Live a couple days ago, that was me making fun of myself. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know no Queen Tulsa. So that's that. Any conversation she even had or whatever, that's that. Boom. Social media. Nothing to do with me. I'm just crossing stuff out. I hit a lot of this already. Boom. Okay, let's get to the conversation. All right. First phone call I get. This is maybe a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. This was not that long ago. And what Tasha told y'all, mostly true. But let me add this. I did go back and tell Vaughn. I asked Vaughn, you hiding shit for missing 2 weeks, allegedly? Because to me, that answer was going to tell me everything I wanted to know. Now, I wasn't thinking, because guess what? If the nigga lied, the nigga was going to lie anyway. But I was under the impression that he was already confronted about that. So I didn't know that part was no secret. My bad. I'm gonna take accountability for that. You got me. But as far as going back and forth, my where I went wrong is when any of y'all called me about it, I should have said, leave me out that shit, and hung up. And then you would have got the points. But me just, that's crazy. What? She did what? Oh, man. Yeah, you want the phone line to do something. You want to figure it out. That be me. What? That's crazy. Because most people just want to hear themselves talk anyway. That's a key way when you're having a conversation with somebody. Most people just want to hear themselves talk. Let them talk. You ain't got to say it much. So for that part, I own that. But you also got to own that you knew, allegedly, that this nigga said I did whatever and was still cool with him going back to my house. That shit should have been dead at then on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving. It should have been dead at then. All right. Next phone call we're going to talk about was recently when Vaughn FaceTimed me while him and Chelsea was arguing. And they're going back and forth. And he said, Storm, Chelsea right here. No, I asked, is Chelsea right there? He said, yeah. I said, okay, good. He said, am I coming in between you and Tasha? I said, I didn't know I had a problem with Tasha. I said, what are you talking about? I didn't know I had no problem. Me and Tasha don't have no problem. Me and Tasha don't have no problem. He said, well, Chelsea keeps saying, you coming in between Tasha and Storm. And she don't understand why. Chelsea told him, and probably said about me too, I don't understand why you riding so hard for a nigga that you just met 3-4 weeks ago. What he said to her was, cause Storm a real nigga, and he gonna come back and tell me when you talk about me. That ain't completely true. I interjected and said, no, I asked you about Mr. 2 Weeks. That I did do. He said, Chelsea, why you lying? She didn't say nothing. He said, Chelsea, you know I can just tell you know I can just tell Storm everything you said, and he can go back to Tasha and tell her that you lied. And she said, and what? And what? And what? And what? Who is Storm? 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 I don't give a fuck. He said, well, Storm and Tasha close. He can tell Tasha that you lied. I don't care. I lied and what? And what? And what? And what? What did I lie about? He said, why you tell Tasha that I called you a hoe in Storm's house? She said, well, you ain't called me no hoe, but you insinuated it. You said I was acting like LaToya, and LaToya is a slut. No, and LaToya is a slut and a bitch. So you was calling me a hoe, basically. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This happened on FaceTime. No, ma'am. Either that man said that to you or he didn't. One or the other. One or the other. Come on now. You can't say what somebody if you're gonna say somebody insinuated, then say they insinuated. Don't say they called you. No. But in my opinion, Chelsea has wrapped Tasha into being way too motherfucking involved in her personal life. We want to talk about what's unprofessional that is, because that shit is a recipe for disaster. See, Storm didn't do that. Storm came down here and minded his business. When they had to get together, when they had stuff before COVID hit, and then, and before you know, we was in 2021, seeing each other a few times for birthdays, this or that. Always fun, always a good time. But hear me out. And I've been giving great advice from her. Great advice. I ain't gonna cap.